guys, welcome back and thanks for joining me. I'm going to tell you a wee fly called the Tummel Shrimp. Now the hook in the vise is a Partridge Patriot double in black nickel. The thread we're going to use is the Uni Thread 80 in black. So we're just going to come in a couple of mil behind the eye of the hook, run on a few mil of thread and then remove the waist tag. The tag and the rib on the fly was an oval silver tinsel, and the oval silver tinsel that I'm using here is the Vineyards oval silver tinsel in size 14. I'm just tying that in underneath, and then I'm going to work my thread down until I'm in line with the points of the hooks, and then I'm going to come around with 4 turns of the oval silver tinsel to create the tag. On your last turn, bring it up and then underneath the hook. Now I'm just going to keep this in underneath the hook shank, work my thread up in open turns, sort of way the length of the body. Then we're going to come in, fold it back and bring my thread turns back down. It ties in your rib as well. Now the tail on the fly is yellow, orange and black bucktail mixed. Just a couple of wee pinch of it there, and put your tail on the length that you like. I'm just going to tie this on around about a length and a half to 2 lengths of the hook over the back. Come in and just pinch and loop that on. Then we'll come in, lift the excess, take it away in a bit of a taper cut. I'm going to put some flesh into the tail. I'm just going to use 2 strands of orange micro flesh. Just offer these up into the tail. Come around with a pinch and loop, a couple of turns to secure it in. Just going to fold back the excess. I'm going to trim the excess away. Now, just going to moisten them for the wing. Then I'm just going to work my thread up, just tying in the cut ends. Now the body's going to be floss, so you want to try and keep the body as level as you can, because you don't want any lumps and bumps in the fly. Now I'm just going to work my thread back down. As I'm coming back down, I just come in, just grab my tail, work the thread back down, tied up against the tail. Now the body, it's just going to be a uni floss in black. Just got a wee pinch of this off. Just offer this up to the hook. Just pull it in the sort of way the length of the body, and then just work my thread back up. Now you could use, if you don't have black floss, you could use a flat thread there, like a UTC, and it'll give you the same type of body as the black floss. Now I'm just working this up sort of way in touch and turns. Follow this around with my thread. A couple of turns will hold that in position. And trim away the excess. Then we can bring up a rib, making 4 turns of the oval silver up the body. Follow this around with our thread. A couple of tight turns in just to secure that in. Come and trim away the excess. Just bring our thread back up into position. Now the wing on the fly is grey squirrel tail dyed black. Just got a wee drop in the stacker here. Don't have to stack it, guys, you can just cut it off the tail, the amount that you're going to use, and just tie it on. I just like to stack it. Now I'm just going to have the wing just coming past the bends of the hooks, just sort of way halfway into the tail if you like. Just hold this on top of the hook. Just come around with a pinch and loop, and then a couple of turns to tighten up. Just going to come in and have a wee check. Happy enough with that. So I'm going to come in and trim away the excess. Right, squirrel has a tendency to slip out on you at times. So you can either come in here with some super glue, which is what I'm using, or varnish. It's up to you. It's what you like to use. Then I'm just going to bring this down over the cut ends. Go back to our 2 strands of flesh that we have left over from the tail. Now in the original pattern it was pearl crystal flesh that was used. A couple of turns to catch that in. We'll fold the excess back. Then we'll come in and trim away the excess. And that's our wee wing in. Just get this wee. It's not sitting where I want it to sit. That's it now. Next hackle, you can use an orange cock hackle. This is one of the more softer, webbier hackles from a cock saddle cape. So I'm just going to come down the feather a wee bit just to get the area that I want to use. I'm just folding back the tip here, and then come in and break away the tip. So sometimes the hackles at the back of the cock saddle capes, they're good to use for salmon flies. And I'm sure most of you will know that anyway. Now, I'm just going to take one turn in front of the other. Just going to put one more on because it's a nice colour of orange, this. I'm just going to put plenty there. For me, just going to come round underneath, catch in the stem of the hackle, take another couple of tight turns. Now what I'm going to do is just strip away the excess on the stem, and just come in and just whip everything back, and then work your thread back up over the top of the stem, keeping your thread tight. You can break the stem away. Next hackle is a guinea fowl dyed blue. So I'm just going to strip that off. Don't want all the guinea fowl, so I'm just taking some of the fibres off on the side that we're going to wind. Just going to offer this up to the hook, around with a couple of turns. Going to fold the tip back, bring the thread back up over the tip on the hackle, come in and locate the tip and break it away, and then just the same as the orange hackle, just one turn in front of the other. And the amount of blue you put on here is entirely up to you. That's going to be plenty for me there. So I'm just going to follow my thread in underneath, get a couple of tight turns in here. Now the stem's thin enough, so just going to strip off some of the fibres off the hackle, sweep everything back, and then we'll just build up our head. Just when you're building your head up, if you're tying your hackles in like this and you want to break them off, just make sure it's nice tight turns of thread. Remove the stem of the hackle, and then we'll just come in and throw in a whip finish. Put the thread nice and tight, come in and trim away our tan thread, and there you go. That's the Trummel shrimp. Now get a wee look at the fly, the way we're sitting. Happy with that. Just going to come in, first coat onto the head, super glue. Just be careful with this stuff. Don't want this running into your hackle. Just ruin the wee fly on you. And there we go, guys. Now I'll come in after that and put on a couple of coats of varnish just to seal the head up. But that's the Trummel shrimp. So good wee colour combinations in the blue and orange. Can't go wrong with them. You know, I suppose it's more about confidence you having the flies running them down pools. So look guys, tie a few of those up. Get a few in your box. As always, many thanks for taking the time to view the video. I really appreciate it. Until next time, please stay safe and tight lines.